Many thanks for staying with us. Now, as the Guber polls draw close in Edo State, the people of the state will elect a new governor in just a few weeks away, as the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, conducts the state's off-cycle Guber polls. Now, this, of course, there are indications that the election will be the test of might among key gladiators. That's the People's Democratic Party, spawned by the incumbency weight of the governor, the All Progressive Congress, propelled by both Adams Oshiomhole and the perceived federal might, and also the Labour Party. It's also a time to reflect on the achievements of the outgoing administration and its impact on the people. Well, joining me on the program virtually to discuss this is Mr. Ogbeide Ifaluyi-Isibor, is the Commissioner for Digital Economy, Science and Technology. He joins virtually from Edo State. I also have Kenneth Ethume-Wuse. He is a member of the Publicity Committee, that's the All Progressive Congress Campaign Committee, who of course will join me at some point virtually from Edo State. But let me start off with you, Mr. Ogbeide. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
All right, let me start with a very open question. Let's talk about the achievement of the outgoing administration of Governor Godwin Obaseki in the past years and the impact it has had on the people, particularly in the areas of digital economy, science and technology.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunity once again to share the good story Edo has to tell with Nigerians across the world. Edo has been at a fast developmental state in the last couple of years. And we generally say that though we are in the same geographical space as Nigeria, we are not at the same developmental space as Nigeria, because what we have done with digital transformation, what we have done with public digital infrastructure, what we have done with ICT is unexampled and unprecedented in Africa. We're not talking about Nigeria now. We're talking about the continent, as we're talking about the continent, as a whole. In Edo State, for example, by September 1st, yesterday, we celebrated 1 year of going paperless. What this means is that all government correspondence, mails or memos, with the in Edo State's circle is all done on our digital ERP platform. There's nobody moving files physically any longer. So there's no case of your file is missing or give us money to move your file. We have improved our efficiency, we have improved our effectiveness, we have improved accountability and transparency. We have eliminated the waste of time in our government processes because we've gone digital. And we didn't stop there. Edo State is the only state in the West African sub-region that has a Tier 3 certified data center. What this helps us do is to be able to collect and store our own data and also offer co-location services to other folks who need our services. We didn't stop there. Edo State is the only state in the West African sub-region to have laid over 2,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables across the entire state, connecting all 18 local government centers or 18 local government councils, while also connecting primary healthcare centers, all to our digital network, all to our ICT infrastructure. We didn't stop there. Just a few days ago, we had launched EdoNet, the Governor Obaseki free Wi-Fi. We are the first and the only state today that is offering free internet connectivity in over 100 locations across the state.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop just with you on that one. You said free Wi-Fi in over 100 locations within Edo State.
Yes, sir.
Can you please mention some of these locations?
Well, on our website that was launched a few days ago, you could easily check. First of all 18 local government councils, all government properties, all government buildings have this free Wi-Fi, all public markets, all shopping malls, areas where people
so you are saying that public markets have free Wi-Fi?
Yes.
So if I walk into a market, a major market right now, I should get free Wi-Fi?
Just listen, sir. Okay. Go to Oba Market, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to Selu Market, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to Oliha Market, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to the Benin Mall, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to the Ogbeide Stadium, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to Oselu Market. Go to University of Benin, Ekema Campus, Ogbo Campus, there's free Wi-Fi. Go to the Public Secretariat, there's free Wi-Fi. Free, fast, public Wi-Fi unexampled in the world. We didn't stop there. Today, Edo State is the only state that has been able to use technology to improve our security. Today, if you call on your phone 739 or 112, you'll be calling our emergency command and control center. Any Edo resident that calls that number at any time of the day gets help if the person is in distress. We have the police, we have the military, we have the civil defense, we have ambulances stationed at different locations across the state, ready to receive distress calls and answer it. We didn't stop there. Our land administration has been revolutionized. Today in Edo State, if you want to obtain your CFO or any land documents, you have 30 working days to do so. We are the first and the only state today that is offering that form of excellent service in land administration. But we didn't also stop there. Can I tell you today in Edo State, we offer telemedicine? So if you're in a rural hospital or a primary healthcare clinic, in Afuse, for example, and the medical personnel there is having an issue, maybe with child delivery or whatever it is, he can jump on the internet and communicate with the doctor at the Edo Specialist Hospital or anywhere across the world and get help. We're offering telemedicine unprecedented in Edo State, and we didn't stop there. Today also, we have what we call our e-class software, such that if you go to a hospital and they get your vitals and they get your data, and for some reason you're going to be transferred to a different hospital in Edo State, when you get there, all they need to do is to go on the e-class software and pull up all your information. There's only taking all your blood samples again or trying to do all your tests.
I mean, let's bring this to the area of education, right? I mean, yes. What has been done to ensure that students, are IT compliant, particularly in this 21st century?
Thank you so much. You see, asking about education is asking me an easy question because we have done unmatched, development in our education. This is what we call Edo Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation Program. Today in Edo we have a synchronized curriculum. We have a synchronized pedagogy that every child in the basic education sector on Monday, 8 a.m. learns maths. So if a child is in a rural community, he is being taught maths at the same time a child in Benin City. Every child has now one synchronized curriculum, and our teachers have tabs, so we can monitor what subject is being taught at the time. We can know what teacher is teaching or what teacher is unavailable. We can know how many students are in class at the time of being taught. And we have seen a geometric or astronomical increase in the performance of our children in national and state exams. Because Edo State education sector has become so robust and sophisticated that parents now take their children from private schools to public schools. The records are there to be seen, and we are proud of what we've done. We have Lagos State coming to borrow from what we've done in education. We have Kenya, we have Rwanda, we have Botswana. These are national governments coming to a sub-national to borrow from us what we've done with technology, providing better education for our children. In Edo, we recognize that we are going to be the standpoint for development in Nigeria. It is going to be from bottom up, not from the top bottom, because we have seen that governments at the national level have been unable to bring that needed development to the states.
Okay.
So we understand and recognize that the development of Nigeria will start from the states, and Edo is going to be number one.
All right. Now, let's move to the area of job opportunities and employment, because, of course, you are the Commissioner for Digital Economy, and one, of course, would expect that in this age of ICT, part of what I believe your responsibility will be is to ensure that you create employment opportunities in the state. Now, 19%, as at the data available to me right now, 19%, in the second quarter of 2020, that was, according to the data made available, the unemployment rate in the state. That's as at 2020. How has your of course, ministry ensured that the unemployment rate in the state has dropped? Because, I mean, we still have quite a number of young persons who are unemployed in the state.
Okay, thank you. You see, in Edo, we are going very holistic. We're not only tackling unemployment, we are tackling underemployment. That's why now we have Edo Innovates. These are technology hubs in Benin, and we're building in Edo Central and in Edo North. What have we done with technology? Edo State offers free digital training to all teenagers and youngsters, of whatever age bracket in Edo State, free of charge. With our data, available data, we have trained over 70,000 Edo residents with several digital skills. This is artificial intelligence.
Mr. Ogbeide, are you there? I think we have a bit of connectivity issues there with Mr. Ogbeide Ifaluyi-Isibor. Is actually the Commissioner for Digital Economy, Science and Technology in Edo State. Okay, I think we have him back. Thank you for staying with us. We lost you for a moment.
Yeah, so like I was saying, we've done so much in providing digital skills because we recognize that for today's world and for tomorrow's world, what we need to be big players in the job market is if we equip young people with digital skills. What have we seen now? We've seen young people starting e-commerce businesses. We're seeing e-commerce thriving in Edo State like never before. Young people from the comfort of their homes are now selling stuff online because now they have the knowledge. Two, they have free access to the internet across the state. That is drastically reducing unemployment. That is reducing underemployment. And we're having people come back home. We're having Edo brothers and sisters who relocated come back home to jump on the technological advancement that we've made.
Can you give some sort of, I'm sorry to interrupt you, can you give some sort of statistics to this to sort of back up these claims?
Yeah, I just told you that our available record shows that we've trained 70,000 Edo residents with digital skills. And if you check the recent MBS record for employment, Edo State is going downwards drastically. Downward in the sense that our unemployment rates are dropping because we're seeing an increase in education, we're seeing an increase in the provision of opportunities for young people, especially in the digital ecosystem.
Yeah, I was even actually referring to those you said are coming back home to leverage on the technological infrastructure in the state.
Well, this is it. Why have we said so? We are seeing a dramatic increase in the number of startups in the state. And most of these startups, most of those who own these startups, we can see that are those who in the last 5 years have lived abroad. Some in India, some in the US, some in the UK are coming home to start startups because they are seeing that Edo is tilting towards the future. And what are we seeing? We're seeing Bill Gates Foundation coming home in collaboration with CC Hub. We're giving out $800,000 in grants to 50 startups in Edo State, unprecedented in Nigeria. And we made sure that these startups are Edo-owned, so that it can be homegrown, to make sure that we're helping to incubate startups, we're helping to promote startups, we're helping to improve startups. Edo is at such a fast pace that even some of us find it difficult to understand how fast we're growing. We're seeing startups now relocate from Lagos and Abuja and come to Benin. Why? In our hubs, we have 24 hours electricity. We have stable, free, fast internet for free. We're even giving spaces to startups that want to share the location that we have for free. This is happening nowhere else. So that's why you are seeing so much influx. We're seeing investors invade Edo State in agriculture, in education, in health, in technology. Governor Obaseki has laid the foundation for us. And we must make sure that we sustain and build.
I'm sorry, I just have to interrupt you here. I'm going to still stay with you on the aspect of opportunities for young persons, but I'll come in from this perspective. Now, just recently, there is a report that the EFCC actually arrested about 24 internet fraudsters in the state. This is not the first time we are hearing and seeing reports, very unfortunate reports of young people, in that area, engaged in internet fraud. What is your ministry doing to reduce this number? And I'll still put it to you again, gainfully channel this energy, to legal, profitable enterprise.
Thank you. As a man wills, as a man thinks, so is he. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to reorganize, reorientate, re-engineer, reinvigorate the minds of these young people. The average Edo youth is smart, industrious, and hardworking. The average Edo youth has the capacity to innovate and invent. And so what happened, these young people channel that knowledge, channel that energy to become productive for themselves and for society. So the good thing is that the numbers have dropped dramatically.
Has it?
2 years ago, we've seen them in the
I'm sorry, has the numbers dropped?
We're seeing kids in the numbers have dropped.
The numbers of internet fraud cases.
By the EFCC. Oh yes, I'm happy to announce that. A few years ago, they were being arrested every month, in months. We're seeing the numbers drop drastically. So I'm happy to hear that 24 were arrested. And that is because most of those who were in that circle before are now gainfully engaged, are now gainfully productive, are now using that knowledge in a productive way that would build up society.
All right.
And not steal from others.
All right. I'm sorry, but we need to go on a quick break. When we return, of course, we will pick up. Do stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on News Central Television. I still have with me my guest who joins virtually is Mr. Ogbeide Ifaluyi-Isibor. Is the Commissioner for Digital Economy, Science and Technology. He joins virtually from Edo State. We are actually looking at, of course, the projects or legacy projects of the outgoing administration, and also just prospecting ahead for the Guba pose that will be happening in the state in just a few weeks' time. Thank you for your staying with me, Mr. Ogbeide.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move to election matters right now. Let me start by asking, now, in a recent campaign, the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, talking about Mr. Monday Okwebolo, actually did say that he will declare a state of emergency on the roads in the state. I'd like your reaction to that.
Well, in the PDP, we have laid down the foundation for progress in Edo State. We have laid down the foundation for faster development in Edo State. And it is a fact that Edo has moved forward and Edo has made progress. As the election beckons, what do the people want? The people are asking for a man that understands the progress we have made already as a state, a man that understands where we are headed to and how to get there. And that is why our candidate, Dr. Aswa Egodalo, has come up with a manifesto to tell us that he understands the challenges we have, he understands where we are as a people, and he understands where we want to go to in the future. And so he has a pathway to our success, a pathway to progress. And he wants to move us to the first world. And we've seen his manifesto, we've digested his manifesto, we've ruminated his manifesto. We are now vomiting, excuse me to use that word.
I mean, my question to you directly is this. I mean, the state of roads within the state.
I got your question, yes.
Yes.
You see, so I was going to get there. That in the manifesto of our candidate, he has promised to do a whole lot more. We agree that we are not where we used to be in road rehabilitation and construction. We are not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. We've made progress. So it is incumbent on any candidate to say that, oh yes, I'm going to do more roads. And yes, we should do more roads. We should open up more rural communities. We should open up more areas for businesses to thrive. And yes, so I agree with any candidate that we should do more roads. That is what any developing society does.
All right. Let's also talk about the fact that in terms of education, I mean, you talked about the Edo Best, and you said quite a number of laudable initiatives have been put in place in that direction. But again, there are reservations, particularly as regards infrastructure. I would like you to speak on that.
Thank you so much. And that would take me also to the second agenda of our candidates, who has recognized that, yes, we have done so much in the building up of teachers, in the building up of technology, in the education system. He now wants us to spread the tentacles to building more infrastructure. And there's sense in that. All over the world, building of infrastructure for education is a continued and continuous process. So we intend also to do that more. It is not that we have not done that already, but we're doing more. After all, is government not a continuum? Are we not supposed to continue to lay foundations on what we already met? So that's what our candidate is going to do. And there's a sense in which every reasonable candidate, every reasonable person who wants to take over from the Edo-based platform will build upon it. And that's what Aston Ighodalo intends to do.
All right, I might just need to leave you for a moment to bring in Kenneth Erume-Ewuse. He's a member of the Publicity Committee of the All Progressives Congress Campaign Council. He also joins virtually from Edo State. Thank you for your time, Kenneth. Thank you for joining me. Kenneth, if you can hear me, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I want to believe that you have been following... I'd like to believe that you have been following the conversation, Kenneth. I would like you to speak more on the, of course, legacy of the outgoing administration. What do you make of it? Kenneth, if you can hear me.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you, Nigeria. Talking about I can hear you. I can hear you clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. Talking about the Governor Obaseki's administration in the last 8 years, it has been more empty promises and nothing on ground. It is what I like to call audio policies.
I'm sorry, we are having a bit of connectivity issues with Mr. Kenneth Erume-Ewuse. He is actually a member of the Publicity Committee of the All Progressives Congress Campaign Council. He, of course, is trying to join us virtually from Edo State. Once we're able to connect, we will, of course, bring him on. But let me go back to you, Mr. Ogbeide. Now, there are security concerns ahead of this election. Many of the opinion that some political bigwigs or political might has been, flexed or put in to ensure that, this election goes in certain directions. I would like you to speak on that and how, as the Commissioner for Science and Technology, are you leveraging on technology to ensure that at the end of the day, this election is free and fair?
Yes, thank you. First of all, just an advice. My brother who was about to talk is having some issues with his connection. If he should go on the EdoNet connectivity, let him search for EdoNet, put on his Wi-Fi, search for EdoNet, and he'll be able to connect and have free, fast internet access like I'm doing.
Okay, so you are saying that if Kenneth should go on EdoNet, it would not experience this issue.
Let him go on EdoNet, let him search on his Wi-Fi and go connect to EdoNet. It's free and it's fast. He will be delivered from the challenges having if he jumps on the internet made available by Governor Obaseki. So that's one way to show that some of the things we have done are tangible and not just audio like he was trying to say. So, but back to the question. What have we done trying to make sure that security now, during the elections, and even after is sustained on a progressive platform? Every ISP in Edo State that has a mast, we have our cameras, surveillance cameras on that mast. Every hotel you go to, every pub, every filling gas station, we are working in collaboration with these private businesses to make sure that we have surveillance cameras on the properties. What does that help? It connects directly to our command and control center. So that as we're monitoring the whole electoral process, we're also making sure that those who intend to cause mayhem are not allowed to do it. So we're using technology to improve our security even during the elections. It is not about the elections only, but helping so better security in the state generally, so that even those who are just going about their normal businesses, they feel safe, because when they know that, well, in the areas around me, government is watching for the bad guys around, so there's some form of security, some form of safety. And so we're extending that too.
So you are saying that in Edo State, as of now, there is adequate surveillance?
Yes, there is. And we're not stopping there. We're making sure that we're training young men and women, especially in our rural communities, so that they could give some form of assistance or support to the regular federal security architecture, to make sure that we can collaborate, to make sure that our elections are safe and the people are secure to exercise their franchise, to make sure that we continue from where Governor Obaseki has stopped with Dr. Hassan Egodalo.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Mr. Ogbeide Ifaluyi-Isibor is actually the Commissioner for Digital Economy, Science and Technology, joining virtually from Edo State. Thank you for your time once again.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right.